South African authorities say they'll continue to reach out to key regional players to ensure that there is long-lasting peace in eastern DRC.
But from our side, there's been no activity, there's been no attacks. As a country, we've just registered, say we keep on a two-hourly basis to check if there's anything that we need to do to improve the situation. But the president also has been in constant contact with the president of the DRC, with the summit DRC leadership, which is led by the secretary in Botswana. Last night we had an engagement, I think the minister may speak about, with under the leadership of Tanzania, which is leading the process. But we are also speaking to all other forces like Angola, because Angola was responsible for the peace talks. So Angola also is being brought in. There's also discussions which include Rwanda, because it is alleged to be also one of the big perpetrators, and that's why we're keeping communications with them, and they've been friendly. There's been no hostility between us. It's just that at that stage when they were firing above our heads, the president did want them to say, if you're going to fire, we'll take it as a declaration of war.
But there is clear indication that there are challenges facing the SANDF, and this should be addressed immediately.
We must all remember that the signals that the SANDF is struggling have been issued in the last 10 or 15 years. The defunding of the National Defence Force of South Africa led to us to say the state of readiness for our defence force. We cannot guarantee that we are ready, because you are aware that we're struggling to even maintain the aircrafts, like the helicopters, which normally give cover, aerial cover, to our troops when they are under attack. So in terms of that, we hope that the Department of National Treasury and the Cabinet will rearrange some of the priorities.
Pretoria is also concerned that if the conflict escalates, this can have far-reaching implications for the region.
Indeed, we are concerned that a danger exists, or a possibility exists, of a full-blown regional war. And it is for that reason that all the institutions of the AU and SADC, including East Africa Community, have made, all of them have a resolution of a tripartite engagement of all these institutions, the East Africa, the AU, SADC, a summit on the Eastern DRC. Because as we speak now, already there are forces coming from various groupings and angles. So you do need an intervention that is at the AU level, at the East Africa level, and also at the SADC level, to reach a process of ceasefire, but also of long-term solution.
A war of words has erupted between Kigali and Pretoria as the Rwandan President Paul Kagame has hit back in a scathing response to the South African President Cyril Ramaphosa.
And South Africa dares even issue threats about what is likely to happen after that, and so on and so forth. Of course, we will see what threats they are talking about. Maybe they should have done that exactly for which they have been issuing threats. They should have done it to clean up the mess in Eastern Congo, or to fight back those who have been trying to clean up the mess.
Expectations are high. SADC leaders will meet to discuss the crisis in Congo.
We're paying a courtesy call on His Excellency. As the chairperson of SADC, he'll be chairing the extraordinary SADC meeting tomorrow to discuss matters of Eastern DRC, which is a worrying situation. So I was just briefing him on the preparations for the meeting tomorrow and the agenda that will be covered. The details I cannot share with you at this point, because these are matters that will still be deliberated on by the main summit, at the end of which, in our normal practice, then a communique will be issued.
Meanwhile, the East African community leaders have called on Congolese authorities to protect diplomats in Kinshasa after some embassies came under attack. Khumalo, SABC News, Johannesburg.